Morning.
Morning.
Lovely to see you again. Hopefully you've had a really, really lovely evening. And if you're here for the first day, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Angela and
I'm Robert. Hello.
Really great to see you. We know we've got some of our lovely friends that we've met before face to face, and we've got some new people as well from around the world. So welcome, and hopefully this is going to give you a little bit of inspiration for our beautiful crafting that we do all the time. We've got another couple of people as well. Well, they are people. This is Tofi, who's just having a little bit of a sleep. He's just opened his eyes slightly, and there's Bex over there as well, who may come into camera. So, what have you been doing since yesterday, Robert?
So yesterday afternoon we went to Milton Keynes because Gary needed some new jeans.
Oh.
And
did you get any?
But if you've ever been into a shopping centre when all the shops closed and seen the odd people wandering around, that's exactly what it was like, but worse because it was so quiet.
Oh no.
So
it's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah. And all the cafes and the restaurants, just all seating areas closed off, and yeah, it was very bizarre. So, and lots of shops closed.
So we've got hello everybody. The Philippines. I've never been there. Race. I hope I pronounced that right, but fabulous. Brigitte, hello, lovely to see you. Dawn, Sophia, hello. I don't think we've met before. Chris, hello everybody. Lucas is fine. Okay, Lucas, we've got that now.
We missed Jackie at the beginning.
Oh, hello, Jackie, as well. So we're what you'll do is you'll see that we're looking straight at you sometimes, but we've got a big screen with all of the chat up there, which is much easier for us to read. So we'll be looking up there as well. So we've
and Mrs. Bex.
Yeah.
Named after David Beckham, obviously.
Of course. They look so similar.
And he's coming for a cuddle, so I'm not going to get any knitting done.
So this one's fast asleep. So yeah, not really a lap cat.
Hi, Pat.
Hi there.
If people want to send us pictures of their works in progress, then send it to me through Messenger, and I'll use my phone or iPad to show everybody else what you're up to. We will get our knitting out. We'll have tea. If you've got cake, have cake, biscuits. At some point, Grumpy Gary may come down and say hello. He's still in bed asleep. Thank you, Dawn. Yes, nice, bright, colourful. They're called Happy Socks, so I shall have a different pair on every day. So yes, tell us what you're up to. Say hello to your friends, family, loved ones. We don't care. We discovered yesterday that after the chat, after we'd finished, that it's making a recording as we go, and then that automatically got sent to people.
Yeah.
So yes, we're just here to entertain them, really.
And we will not stop talking for England.
No.
Anyone who knows us knows that we just do not shut up. So it was after yesterday, because this was just an idea. Can we carry on with our knit and natters that we have all around? You know, we're based in Leighton Buzzard, in the UK. So Lucas is about 55 miles out of London. 50 miles out of London, and we meet several times a week and have our knitting get-togethers in different venues. They may be in pubs, they may be in cafes, they may be in the local library. So we just have a lovely, lovely time. Oh, Mary's got no sound.
Mary, that's not us, I'm afraid. That's something your end, so you might want to check your volume to make sure that it's on. You also have to, I think, tell the site that you need to have volume. So hi Scarlett, hi Evelyn.
Oh, thought for today from Evelyn, knit for victory. Absolutely. But again, it's about, you know, what we do. We're a great community. We love meeting up with each other, and we realise that some people, you know, are in, I call it shut in. it's self-isolation, and some people haven't been out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I think some of the people just loved the session from yesterday. So we're going to do these, some during the day, some in the evening, and we'll chop and change them. And what I hope to do is just add them to the series, so you'll automatically get an invite. But if that goes wrong, I might just have to send you out a new invite. Okay. So yesterday, I'm still going through my knitting. I didn't do any knitting last night, I have to confess. I decided to sit down with my husband and have a chat and watch some TV and have some dinner. So I'm going to start knitting in a second and carry on with my what will be a beautiful cardigan. But yesterday I showed you some of the, I had a lovely jumper that I'd just grabbed from the local shop. So I took all of the yarns back, and I took the jumper back, and I picked a selection of things that I just went wow to. So it's just a little bit of inspiration, isn't it? You may have something in your yarn stash, but if you haven't, then this is the time to let's walk into those local yarn shops. Because if anyone says to us, and I'm not scaremongering, but if anybody said that's it, you know, if you're not non-essential, you can't trade anymore. If you're waiting for something to be sent out to you, it's not going to arrive. So if you can get to those local yarn shops, then you're going to be able to grab the beautiful squishy things. And honestly, some of these are stunning. So
let's just say some more hello. So morning, Helen. Hello. And yes, both cats are joining us. Beck's been more sociable than he was yesterday. Hi, Linda. How are you? Morning, Colette. Lovely to see you on here. If you have just joined us, please do feel free to say hello. I have got pictures of works in progress coming through. So as soon as I am cat free, I will start to show them to everybody.
Yeah, I've got some biscuits with me. I've got my cup of tea. Robert's made me a beautiful cup of tea. He's very good at things like that. So I've got my tea. I'm afraid I didn't get to the farm shop, and I didn't get a chance to make anything last night. So I've got me little gluten-free ginger biscuits that you don't like ginger. So I don't know whether I'll open them or not. But yeah. So I think yesterday we had, there was some fun yesterday. I think the funniest thing for me was when
that got replaced by a tin of beans.
Yeah.
And then people just suddenly noticed.
Yeah, and if we go into fits of laughter, it's probably because of something that's on the screen, or it's just us with a memory, and then we'll have to get over the laughter to explain to you. But yeah, I think Tofi might stay there for a little bit. If he decides to move, I need to move this because I know this is beautiful.
He shouldn't. He's really good. He doesn't normally.
Beautiful. Yeah.
He should just jump down.
Oh, so I'm really interested to know what everybody's knitting or crocheting or crafting at the moment. Hello, Linda, as well. Great to see you again. Because I'm doing my cardigan. You're doing your.
I'm doing the shawl, and I got through to the last colour last night, so I really do need to start measuring it and getting people's advice on what I'm going to do with it.
Oh well, I brought mine today.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, I had I'm not a birthday party sort of person at all. But when it came to my birthday last year, Robert said, "Excuse me, will you allow me to do something?" So I said, "Yes, but I don't do parties." So we had the tiniest little afternoon knit. But what I didn't know, behind the scenes, he was prolifically knitting a gift for me for my special birthday. So I'll show you that now, because I know some people have seen it, and he was up until 2 o'clock in the morning finishing this. So this is the most beautiful scarf I think I've ever had, and it is huge. But it's a really unique size, because when you actually put this on, this is what I love so much about it. It just falls like perfectly. If you can see that, So it's sort of a little bit like a hat. Is it? Do they call them hats that you can sort of wrap round and tuck in, etc. But this just falls perfectly. So I love this, and the reason why I can't wear it all the time is because it is so warm. But so because we're inside, that's why I will be taking it off. But I don't know what it was or.
So that is Starcraft Cabaret.
Oh, did you say they don't make this anymore?
No.
No.
No. And I bought 4 balls, and had a problem with one of them because the flecky, sparkly bits through it kept twisting and pilling. So I had to abandon a ball, and then decided that I needed another 2 balls, and couldn't get them online anywhere. And then just happened to wander into so our local yarn shop, for those of you that don't know, is called the Spotted Sheep, and we'll talk to you more about them in a minute.
Yeah.
Happened to wander in, and they had 4 balls left. So I bought 2 of them.
Oh wow!
And that's how I managed to finish it.
So I'll just come a little bit closer so you can see, and you can explain what this this lovely little.
So basically, you start with 3 stitches, and it was a free pattern that I found online, so I'm allowed to kind of broadcast how to do it. So you start with 3 stitches. At the beginning of each row, you slip purl ways. So normally you would slip more knit ways, but for this, you bring the yarn forward, slip, and then pull it back over, and that's what creates the lovely plaited effect down the side. Bye, Bex. And then all you do is the second to last stitch, you knit front and back, and that's how you get your increase.
It is really lovely. It's such a tidy edge, and it just finishes it off, because normally you're wondering whether to do a crochet edge, or I always find picot edging really quite, it takes a lot of time, but that just gives a beautiful neat finish. Really, really nice. So this is my special, the most special scarf. What do you call it?
It's, well, I said it's a shawl.
Shawl.
But yeah. So Scarlett, you're asking. Hopefully, I've explained enough for you to be able to duplicate it. If not, DM me later, and I'll write it down for you. But that is approximately 1.5 to 1 meter 80 wide at the top, and that is what I'm hoping to do with this one that I'm doing now.
Which I just love those colours.
It's kind of make it the same sort of size. So, and I'm coming to the end of the first cake, so that's why I wanted some advice, but we'll come back to that later. So we're getting lots of messages, so I'm just going to come down and go back. So, hi Louise.
Hello.
From Derby, making socks for the first time. Lots of people on here make socks, so if you've got any questions, please do ask. Morning, Viv. We have a question for you, Viv. Marion Dye has had a anonymous person put themselves down for the regional day, and we think it might be you. So if it is you, please do say, because she needs to get in touch with you. Thank you, Jackie. Hi Dawn, you're doing your crochet blanket for a friend who has cancer. Self-isolating, she's struggling with her asthma. Do you know what? I have asthma, and she has my deepest sympathies. My asthma is so sporadic, and it just hits me out of the blue. So she has my deepest sympathies, and if she's going through cancer as well, definitely the best thing to do is to self-isolate. Morning, Gita. Thank you, Helen. And hello, Jackie. Jackie, you have asthma, so I'm hoping you're self-isolating too. Right, I'll come back up and join you.
Oh, yeah. Scarlett is beautiful, and great that it was all answered as well. Oh, Jackie's got asthma as well. There's a lot of people with this. And I think in the next few weeks as well, because we've got a lot of pollen starting, it depends on what you're allergic to. When we talk about hay fever, it can be grass pollen, it can be flower pollen, it can be anything. So I think that's going to affect people as well. So let's just keep as well as we can and healthy, and knit loss. Oh, missed that. The red hours are practicing over my house. I'm knitting a top-down jumper. Flax by Tin Can Knits. Flax by Tin Can Knits. Which one's that? That's not the one that lady at Sheringham had, is it? Tin Can Knits. And I've heard Tin Can Knits. I'll have a look. I'll have a look and see which one that is.
I have heard that before. Sorry, I've got lots of messages coming through with works in progress.
Oh, fabulous. And sorry to somebody's just messaged to say if we're going live today, and I'm just going to message her and say yes, we're on live. We're on now. Yes.
So yesterday we were talking about a wall that Angela had, beautiful grey and lilac colour, and it had a German label on it. And we have our lovely friend Brigitte, hello, who is German and has kindly translated it for us. So for those of you that were on yesterday, it said popular sock yarn, pure wool, origin Patagonia, washing machine safe, hand dyed. It is necessary to wind the skein before commencing knitting. Parallel usage should be observed. Avoid pulling the yarns through. How to make a swatch, and the colour was called Busy Lizzie.
Oh!
So thank you, Brigitte.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Sophia. It was a beautiful wool. We bought it in chroma. We'll talk about Sharon in a little bit, but we go away every year. There's about 35 to 40 of us go away on a knitting weekend, and it was from a local little shop in Chroma. So that's why I just wanted to share about it, because it's a very special knitting part of the country for us. Tin Can Knits created the Strange Brew book. I am so, Safia, I'm definitely looking at that.
I definitely have to have a look later.
Yeah, I need to find a local bookshop for that. Or maybe the library might have it. Who knows? I might be able to get that out of the library.
Safia says she's finishing off a virus shawl for a friend.
What's a virus shawl?
I've heard lots about virus shawls.
Because I don't do shawls as a rule. So I'm very intrigued what a virus shawl is. That sounds...
If somebody has a picture of a virus shawl, send it to me and we will share with everybody.
But I will send you. I'll send you I'll put a picture of the label on for you so that you can see that. Yes.
Scarlett says she's using her initiative to increase a triangular short on the middle stitch, so it makes a hole in the middle of it to look almost lacy. Just going to try the slip purl waves. I definitely recommend it, Scarlett. It's the first time I've ever done it, and I will continue to do it on any pattern now because it just makes it look beautiful. And it's much better than just slipping a stitch.
Yeah.
And that's the good thing, isn't it? Is when you start something, you get to a point where you think, do I like this? Should I go back and start again? And it sounds like you're at that position. So definitely try a couple of rows of it and then take it back if you want to.
I'm just
too inattentive, sorry, not initiative.
Oh dear. So I'm just right. I think I'd best start my knitting, because if not, I think I only did about 3 rows yesterday.
So I think I'm going to do a row, and then I might share some of the works in progress that people have been doing. So please do feel free, if you've got my Messenger or Facebook, do send it through. If you've got my number, WhatsApp it or text message it, and we'll show some of those later. Yeah,
and I've got some of mine here that I showed yesterday. I know not everybody was on yesterday, so we've got some new guests, which is brilliant. So we'll just start sharing some of the things that we've done, as I just think it's really nice, because we can't necessarily get out as we normally would.
And we've got some more bits from the shop, haven't we, which you can probably see in the background, which Angela's going to talk you through later.
Yeah, actually, I'll just recap on one of the things from yesterday and how by walking into a shop or by seeing something, they always say picture paints 1,000 words, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And my little niece, I asked her what cardigan she wanted for Christmas. And she said, I said, do you want green or red, which are her favourite colours? And she said, no, I want a rainbow one. Well, she's very cute, so she didn't ask like that. She said, I'd like a rainbow one. I went, oh, okay. And I always put little animals and things on. I said, oh, would you like some hedgehog little pockets? And she said, no, I would like a tiger, a lion, a giraffe, and a rat. And a rat. She was really, really insistent on this rat. And I was, what am I going to do? You know, I'm going to have to buy all of these individual blocks. And then I walked into the local wool shop and it was there. So there's this beautiful little cardigan up there, which I think is perfect. But I'll show you it now, but we'll go through it in a little while. So when you look at all the different colours, I just think it's gorgeous. And actually, I want one for me. So when you talk about rainbow, I just think that's beautiful with every colour. So by walking in there yesterday, I saw, actually, who is it? Might as well do this now. It's Style Craft Batik Swirl, and the pattern is 9485. This is 2 to 3 year old, but it goes up to 11 years. And I believe it takes one for most of them or 2 balls. So that's sort of done. So yes, I picked up the wool for that yesterday. I'm going to show it to you, and I said I'm taking that for mine.
So for those of you who don't know us, we aren't husband and wife, although we quite often get called husband and wife. My husband is currently upstairs in bed, still asleep, so no, Colette, he's not up yet. Angela and I have been friends for many years, and we share hotel rooms. We share a bed in a hotel sometimes as well.
Yeah. When we went away for your birthday. Yeah.
And it's really funny when we walk into any shop, in particular wool shops, and they think I'm another husband being dragged around by his wife, when actually it's probably me that spends more money than you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, where was it where we went? And we were in Sheringham, and it was actually a clothes shop, but they had some beautiful scarves, bags, shoes, and anyway, we went in there, and I went, oh, look at this. This will be so easy to knit, to crochet, and that wool that we've just seen over the road. So we were having this conversation. Somebody said to you,
there's a seat over there if you'd like to sit down.
And when we looked at each other, you said, was it?
I said, no, actually, I'm shopping for a friend.
And then we practically collapsed into laughter in the middle of this shop. So people don't actually understand what's going on, but it's always the fact that we wait to hear. We just wait to hear what people are going to say to us. But yeah, it always happens in wool shops, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We really want to. But I suppose there's a little bit of that, when I walk into a wool shop and it's owned by a male, I am just so enthusiastic. I love it. And it's just like, yes. Because, everybody used to do this. It was when I was in Scotland, I went, a company I used to work with, and one of the clients was up in a tiny little place outside Glasgow. And when they picked me up from the airport, and they even cooked me lunch when I went to this place, but we were chatting, and I mentioned knitting, and all of them around this table, one was in his 80s, some were in the 20s, all of them had been taught to knit by their grandparents. So I think in certain communities, it is still part of everybody just learns to knit. And then if you enjoy it, you keep on with it. So we will do everything that we can to let more people knit. Right, I will try not to drop a stitch.
So Helen's been into the shop, spotted sheep this morning, and seen Sheila and Vi, and they say hello and they were in good spirits. Brigitte has gone from her laptop to restart on her mobile because her husband's come home. Please do feel free to share with us how you've decided to dress today, because yesterday we had people in their pyjamas. I've been told there's one person who got up and got dressed yesterday because they thought they were going to be on video, and has decided this morning that as there is no video, they're just going to sit there in their dressing gown. So that person is more than welcome. So please do feel free to share what you've decided is your knitting or listening attire today.
Yeah, and for anybody, we can't see you. There is a way that we can invite you on, but we sort of need to prepare for that, so don't worry. We're busy knitting, so we can't see you. You can see us, hopefully, and hopefully you can hear us as well. This is the other thing I didn't mention to people. If you want to put a comment on, if you go to the top of your screen, you'll see a little chat, something that says chat, and below there you can put in comments. So feel free to do that. We haven't done a poll. We might do when we get a bit more savvy with this, but it takes us away from completing stitches. And handouts, well, I thought I could attach some nice pictures, but then the handouts just became too formal, too much like work. So I thought, no, we'll do what we did yesterday, which worked really well, and use Robert's mobile phone because it's newer and bigger than, it's got a bigger screen than mine.
Helen says she's smartly dressed as she went out there to get some groceries, but forgot her purse.
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Oh, have you put them to one side for you?
Contactless. A lot of the shops that were open yesterday, Milton Keynes, are not taking cash. They've gone to contactless.
Yeah.
And I said to Gary that actually I think this will help us become a cashless society quicker than we're projected to become one.
I love
people
cash.
Will have no choice but to pay with card and mobile phones.
I know. I'm a bit old-fashioned
though. Scarlett fully dressed in case of the video link.
You know,
pajamas and leg warmers,
the next time.
which I knitted from the waist down. Wow, knitted pajamas. Okay. Louise, hi, I'm pleased there is no video. I'm eating cake made by my daughter. Her way of beating the boredom.
Oh, Helen, I'm so glad that the butchers are holding on to your goods. Is that Urels or Stratton's? Just for, again, people local in the area. I think everyone's trying to fly to supermarkets, but our local shops are full. They're abundant.
Yeah.
And Stratton's are doing a little hamper that you've got meat in it and vegetables and pasta in it. So, and they're delivering those. So if you have got somewhere, you know, call your local greengrocers, your local butchers, even your local little corner shops. I did that with my parents. Rang the local greengrocers and they got an order to them. So people have been really, really good out there. So yeah.
Scarlett says she didn't knit the pajamas, she just knitted the leg warmers. Okay.
Next time. Right, I've now got a knot in this, and if you know anything about Robert, he loves unpicking knots.
Oh, I haven't had any wool sent to me for ages.
You know?
No. I love taking complete messes and untangling them. I also used to love hand winding hanks of wool. That job that nobody likes doing. And then I gave in and got myself a Swift and a winder. I find that much easier now. It's not as relaxing though.
I've got no idea what I'm doing here. I know what. I've got all these half balls of wool that got tangled. Yeah, right, this cardigan that I'm doing, I'll just show you the picture. So that's the one that I'm doing from yesterday. So it's really pretty. And it was 3 balls of wool. So I thought, start the back with one Start one of the fronts with one, start the other fronts with one. And then I've got 3 of these little bits of balls left. Thank you very much. But they keep getting tangled up. So never mind. Thank you. Let's start again now. Fabulous. And I really like the colours on this one. So Colette's just, Helen, brilliant. Yeah, Stratton's. I heard one of my neighbours said about that. And the other thing as well, for anybody locally, I'll be going shopping tomorrow. So if anyone wants anything, let me know. What's that?
Sorry, I've just started laughing. Colette's just posted that she's finishing, or she might finish one of her works in progress, which was blue cotton knitted knickers. And I'm wetting myself because I recently joined a men's Facebook knitting page, and one of the first projects that went round and round and round, and Lucas, hopefully you've seen it as well, was knitted men's boxer shorts, and they were quite revealing, is all I'm going to say. So you carry on with your knickers, Colette.
Oh dear. I want to see those now. You know, when it's just I don't know what the pictures are.
You really don't.
No, filter's gone. No, I don't. I don't want to see them at all.
Evelyn says her dream is to go to Shetland War Week. Anybody that's been to Shetland War Week says it's absolutely fantastic. For those of you who aren't from the UK, Shetland is based in the Scottish Isles, and there's a massive war week every week, oversubscribed, fantastic, and there's waiting lists and everything to get into various talks and shows.
Yeah, I know one of the ladies from Sheringham went a few years ago.
Lindy goes every year.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
It would be lovely, but it's a long drive, and I like to drive everywhere. So when we went to Provence, when the whole family went to Provence, I said, I'll drive. Everyone has, my husband said, I'm getting the plane, it's fine, I'm driving. So he flew with his parents and his brother and our sister-in-law, and I drove and bundled my parents in the back of the car because I was scared that I couldn't get across. So anyway, we had a beautiful drive. It took us 3 days. We stopped at 2 lovely B&Bs. One was a yoga retreat, one was something else. And then on the way back, we stayed in the city. That wasn't nice. But anyway, I drive everywhere. So I just think, you know, that's going to be days in the car because I want all these beautiful little stops at different, I'll call them watering holes, but I think they're more places with wool shops. So you can go and be inspired by wool. So, yeah. So it would take me a week to get up there.
Lucas, if you're still there, please do feel free to tell us about any wool shops you have in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure our lovely UK listeners would love to know. Yes, Colette, Shetland Wool Week does cost a fortune. And I think, yes, a lot of saving would be needed for it. Probably about as much as you need for an all-inclusive holiday on the beach.
Scarlett, I cannot believe that. That's through, sorry, they started that, was it last year or the year before? That's Eurostar and links all the way, isn't it, to Marseille? Oh, I cannot believe it. Yeah, you can get the train straight from London to Marseille.
Oh, really?
Which is Provence. Without having to stop in Paris, one single train. I cannot believe I've actually, I will say, met somebody who's gone there. Right, that's it, I'm going to do that. I'm going to Provence on the train. That will be absolutely amazing. So,
how long does it take?
I don't know. How long did it take, Scarlett? Can you imagine how much knitting you could get done on a train from London to the south of France?
Lots.
That would be fantastic.
Hello,
so thank you for that. Yeah, I saw the, and when they first launched that service, the Eurostar down to Marseille, they were doing some ridiculous, like one way for £37. I'm sure it was ridiculous money. I'm sure it's a lot more than that now.
It's about 7 hours.
Wow. doesn't take long. It took me 3 days. Because it's about 1,200 miles.
So 8 hours with the time zone.
Yeah. Because you've got to get to Folkestone, then get the tunnel, drive over on the tunnel. Then we stopped in Givenchy, which is where Monet's garden is. So stayed in a beautiful farm there. Had a little well, it wasn't a little apartment, it was a whole bungalow. But we stayed there, and yeah, they said, "Do you want breakfast?" I said, "Yes, please." So all of a sudden, this lady knocks, comes in, and honestly, we ordered breakfast for 3 people. There were croissants, donuts, pastries. There were 3 different loaves of bread, ham, cheese, not just yogurts, a whole bowl of yogurts, fruit picked off there, off the farm. It was amazing. So that was an experience, and I'd go there and then carried on. But 350 miles is a lot to drive in a day. It really is. So it does take you quite a while if you want to stop and have lunch and stuff.
Scarlett says it would take 2 days if Dad was driving.
It took me 3 days, and I'm sure my dad was thinking it'd only take me 2 days if I was driving with her. She's got too many coffee stops, because I like stopping for coffee places. 3 days if Mum was driving. Oh yeah. So, oh, I'm so pleased to know that. That's it. I'll put that on the to-do list. And go to. Do you know what? You can go to Provence for a weekend now.
Mm.
Because I do everything possible not to fly. Because when I used to fly when I was little, it was a lovely experience. Whereas I just find airports just too crammed now. I don't think you have the same leg room. I didn't realise that you actually paid for drinks until I was about 25, because I'd never been on a European little flight. So I got the shock of my life when I went on my first girly holiday. Yeah, so that's it. I might do a nice weekend in Provence. That'll be a nice surprise, won't it? And Alan he'll be thinking, great, we can look at all the countryside, and then all of a sudden he'll hear the knitting needles like this. To start knitting next to him. Oh.
Right, I have about 10 stitches to do, and then we'll start showing some works in progress.
Yay!
So it's not too late to send them. So DM me, messenger me, WhatsApp me, email me, and then we'll start showing them.
Sophie's still sleeping.
I tell you, this cat is the most social cat ever, and any time anybody comes around, he just does not leave them alone. But today he's zonked out. He's been known to go and sit in the middle of the road, stop the traffic just to get attention. He's getting a bit old now, bless him.
Oh, Louise. See you again soon.
Bye, Louise. And yes, we are going to do this on a regular basis. At the moment, we're kind of just doing it ad hoc and deciding after we've done one when the next one is. But hopefully we'll get some sort of rhythm until I go back to work.
Yeah. But we can work things out. We'll work things out.
Right, and that is the row done.
Yay!
I do think I'm going to need to go into the second cake.
Yes, because the reason why that is just so gorgeous is because it's longer, deeper than you normally make a shawl, and it just falls.
Hangs well as well, doesn't it?
It
because
does.
of this bottom.
It is so simple but amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Ooh. I'll look at the screen now so I can see.
Okay, so Jackie has sent us this picture of a cardigan that she's done.
Oh my word.
It's a top down.
Gorgeous.
Soldotana by Caitlin Hunter.
It's a jumper. Is it cabled around the top, Jackie? It looks like a sideways cable, but I'm not too sure. May have just been me being quite away from the screen. It's beautiful. Oh, Fair Isle. Oh, it's lovely. I can see the definition.
There we go.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I can see that now. That is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Well done.
And done in double knitting. Okay, so that's from Jackie. Then we've got from Helen. Turn this sideways so we can get a better look at it. That is a top-down cardigan that she's doing in Adrofil Zebrano. Oh, bye, Linda. And I have a feeling this is the stuff you bought at Sheringham as well. So for those of you who don't know what Sheringham is our annual knitting retreat that we do every January to the Norfolk coast. And there's two lovely wall shops there who look after us and are absolutely amazing. And one of them had the Zebrano on offer. Everybody was going mad for it, including me. I bought 2 of the red and 2 of the blue. Sorry, I've just lost. Who have I lost?
Sorry, was that? Did you say that was Adrofil?
Yeah, Zebrano.
I think Rowena finished a jumper in that as well. She probably isn't on today, but when I saw it, I recognised it.
So, Lucas, if you're still there, Lucas is in the Philippines, and here are some of his works in progress. Looks like there's 3 there that I can see, maybe 4. He sent some messages as well, and I'll read them out to you in a minute. I love the red and the yellow.
That is beautiful.
Hi, Ruth.
Hello. See you, Ruth.
So the blue was Boho Mosaic Cardigan by Irene Lynn. The grey and purple is a cardigan that he's making himself, pattern he's doing himself. And the yellow and red is a swatch of a traditional Philippine motif that he's charting out. Wow, that's amazing.
Can we show that again?
Yeah,
Just
I think
because
we
it
will.
is so intricate. Wow.
Look at that.
That's stunning. Oh, yeah. I would never have put red and yellow together. But I'm looking at that thinking certainly for crochet, for cushions, for bedspreads, well, you know what I mean. Those colours just really pop.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
Right, Brigitte has sent some pictures. So let's do her. She spoke yesterday
Harry
about
Potter colours. Ruth just said Harry
yes.
Potter colours. Yeah.
I spotted that as well, Ruth. You are talking to the probably worst Harry Potter geek in the knitting circle around here. So this is by Brigitte, a friend, a picture of a card that she's cross-stitched for her friend's 70th birthday.
Oh, that's lovely.
It is.
Stunning.
Sorry, I should probably explain that my living room has double patio doors, which we've currently got open because it's getting quite warm in here. But the sun is glaring through, which is why the pictures aren't showing particularly well. And then she's done, so Brigitte's also done this pin cushion, which looks fantastic. Just the detail. Look at that.
This one. Does that help you at all? No. I'll leave it.
My cat is wondering what I'm doing.
Sorry, darling.
And then she sent a picture of her current work in progress, which is a baby cardigan. There we go. So if anybody's got anything else they want to share, then please do feel free to send it. Sorry, I'm just messaging Lucas because he's having problems staying on the chat. Oh. Do you want to talk us through some of the stuff that you've brought?
Yeah, I'll just finish my row.
Okay.
And I'll go through some of those and show you some of the yarns as well. Bex is like,
my cat is freaking out.
This happened yesterday, but 2 days on the trot now. What's going on? Oh, bless Bex. I know, it's really weird, isn't it? Oh, Scarlett's just said about card. It's Mother's Day on Sunday.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Chris, you can either send them through Messenger or Facebook, or if you have my email address, you can send it through there. Brigitte, I'm sorry, it looked like it was a pincushion. I do apologise. And it's very different if it's 35 by 35 centimetres. It looks lovely.
Yeah. It is beautiful. Yeah, that's the thing. When you get a picture, you don't actually know how big or small it is, do you?
No.
And actually, we were talking about pin cushions yesterday.
We were, yeah.
Because Brigitte was talking us through a specific type of pin cushion. I've forgotten the name of it again. I do apologise. But they're very intricate and beautiful little pin cushions. Oops.
Hi, Fiona.
Hello.
So that's 2 people that have been to or are late because of shopping. Not that you're late. We were, you know, there is. This is a drop in and out, and Biscornu. That's what they were. But you are, Fiona. You are the 3rd person that we know of just in this small group that has been shopping this morning.
Yeah.
Bye then.
That's. And we'd said that this was going to be an hour. And yesterday was 2 hours. So we'll cram most of the things into the first hour. But then after that, if we've got time to carry on, we'll just take that for chit chat and knitting. So we can, because we used to meet up in 2-hour blocks and have a cup of tea or coffee, chat, speak to a few different people. So we can't all talk. People are more than welcome to come on. Just let us know in advance, and we'll give you one of these links. So in your room, you can be live as well with us. We're happy to do that. But yeah, we can just chat. So let me talk you through some of the things. Now, I walked into the shop yesterday, into our local shop, and it's always about what just inspires me. So I said earlier, I'll go through the little children's thing, but I walked in, I looked at that, and I just thought, this is just stunning for like spring, summer, and the feel. I just loved the orange, and yeah. And I know that there's a lot of people who like shawls, and I'm sure that you may have stuff in your stash, but if you're really like, what I love about these colours is they're all quite muted, and the grey, the cream, and then just that burst of what is a burnt orange, but it's not a bright orange. And sometimes trying to get the right shades is quite hard. I know I bought some. We have what's the, Yarndale? No, not Yarndale. That's up north. What's the one around here that we have?
Fibre East.
Fibre East. I bought some lovely colours from Fibre East, but when I put them together, they were just a little bit too bright. So anyway, I picked that up.
Ruth says it matches my t-shirt.
Yeah, so you've got to wear that one.
Okay. Bye, Charlotte.
Bye. Right, okay, right, let's have a look. And I wanted to show you some of the colours. Spotted Sheep is open today, and we'll continue trading every day until they're told to stop.
Thanks, Ruth.
I think it's beautiful. So
it feels really light.
It is very light, isn't it? It's not cotton. It's like more like a cashmere cotton, and it's called Polynesia. Let me just bring these over. So Polynesia is concept by Katia. Now, oh, hang on a minute. I think when Katia first arrived, certainly in the UK. Oh, sorry. There. When Katia first arrived in the UK, we had sort of some of their standard, which was beautiful, but I think this is a little bit more expensive. Is it? Let me have a look. I don't actually know how much it is. But I think, like, if we just look at some of the colours, we've got a lovely icy, it's like an ice silver, that one. It doesn't say what the colour is. That's colour 65. Is that one there? I think it is.
It is, yeah.
It's like an icy silver. And when you look at a ball and then you see that grain there, it comes up, I think, a lot lighter, not quite as bright. So
yeah,
they're beautiful muted colours. So what have I got? Yeah, so I've got a few. Oh, sorry, I like that one. So, that's like a little blush pink. Sorry, we can't show you the colours that much, but that one is colour 63. It's like it's a very pale blush. This one, it's like an ice creamy white. That's colour 61. And this one is colour 62. That's like a very, very pale biscuit. Then this is 65, which is like a silvery colour. Oh. Sorry. Just putting those three colours together. I don't know if you can see that, but that's the pink, like the milky colour, and the light grey. And those three colours, 62, 61, oh, it's 61, 62 and 63. And I think those pop together really nice. And then we've got these, which are, that's a beautiful orange. And again, when you see the ball, it looks quite bright, but when you see it on there, it's not. So that's number 70. That one's 65. That's like a really light silver. And that's 69. But some really, they're really quite new. I'm sure that they said, are they the only ones who have this? I think they may be. So some lovely colours there.
Tracy's asking how she can get in.
I'll just send a link.
Sorry, we've just had a message from somebody asking how they can get into the group. So apologies, we're just going to send her the link to get in.
Yeah, I'll just send her the link.
What I can do is Dawn's just sent a message of some stuff that she's been sent. So that is a biscornu that Dawn's been given as a present. They look beautiful. And I did say yesterday I've got one upstairs, but I haven't got the patience at the moment to sit and do it because it's quite time consuming. And then she sent us a picture of a sewing dolly that she's given by her mother-in-law to do. That looks lovely. Looks very handy actually for putting all your odds and ends in when you're working on a project. Quite decorative as well. So I'm going to take this off now. It reminds me of the shawl that I've picked up from Toft to do, which I must get out and do soon. So what I'm going to do is, while Angela's sending the message, is I'm going to bring this back over and try and get in a little closer. So this was the cardigan that Angela was showing earlier on, that she did for her niece. Can you see that beautiful edge on there? And there as well. And this is Batik Swirl Rainbow, and then it just has a very plain back. It feels so soft.
Have you knitted with the batik?
No, I've got lots of it upstairs though. I've given as presents.
I've brought some colours.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll do sharing.
I've brought some colours because I just think that's stunning. So this is the. This is the one that the cardigan is made out of, and that is. It's called Meadow, and it's 3736. So let's have a quick look, because these are huge, aren't they? So it's 550 meters, and it's 80% acrylic and 20% wool. So machine washable, etc. So that's really lovely. As I said, please, we don't know what's going to happen with delivery. So if you want things like this, pop into your local shop, and so it's in your hand and it doesn't get stuck in a depot somewhere.
Is now a good time to mention the Jamie Crow cow?
We'll do that in a minute, because I sent you some amazing pictures. So and then, because everyone was really inspired by the purple yesterday, I picked this one up, which has got some beautiful purple colours. So they're lilac. This is very much a dawn, about like the purples that were in the one yesterday. There's a little bit more blue in this one. And this one is called Highland, and it's 3735. And the reason why I brought this yesterday was I noticed that we've just had some stocks arrive of Batik. So they had a beautiful, it looked like a top-down jumper in the shop, and they had a cardigan as well, and lots of other things. There was a scalloped jumper, so there's lots of patterns online. This is another colour. This is Spring Garden, and if you like, again, the colours aren't popping as much online, but it's lime green, caramel and rose together, and then sky blue and a light blue. They're beautiful colours. And then the next one that I thought, do you know what? Yeah, that's maybe so much better. So I'll go. Thank you. We might be a bit darker, but who cares? And this is Poppy Field. So you've got this beautiful, it's like a dark caramel, olive green. It's almost like a coral pink in there, and cream, and that's Poppy Field. So that is gorgeous. I'll just go through these again. So this is the Meadow colour. And what you can't really see is how that is a beautiful green. In there, that's the purpley one again. So you can see that a little bit better. That's Highland. And then the last one was Spring Garden. So yeah, I love it. And do you know what? I would really like that cardigan, but just to adapt the pattern, and for me, because I think that would be really lovely. So that was. So hopefully there's a little bit of inspiration there. Gone through that one. Oh, and then do you want to? Should we go through the others, or do you want to do Jamie Crow now?
Let's do the others.
Yeah. So. I don't know if anyone else has used this Frimley the dapple. Let me just double check. Juniper Moon Findlay Dappled. So I bought one of these years ago and I thought, they're a lot of money. They're like £22, I think. 20 odd pounds. But honestly, they go such a long way, and they're 50% wool, 50% silk. So once you know you've got silk in there, but they're 730 meters. So there's so much in there. And when I saw those colours, I just thought, I think that's a project for me. And on the pattern says use 3 balls. But Jackie in the shop said that the lady came back in after she bought 3 balls, which is the Juniper Moon pattern. And she says, no, it's taken 1. I've only used 1. So you can actually do this with just 1 ball. If you wanted 3 balls, I don't know how big it will be.
It'd be huge.
I know. So yeah, and we've got a few colours here. And I'll show you one of the projects I did with it, but I just loved it's a very different pattern that. It's really light and lacy, but I just love the stitch. Is it knit wool? It is knit, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, and just 1 ball. So which colour is this? It's super fine. This is Monteverde. That looks lovely.
Really
So
is going a long way.
That green one is Monteverde. This is Glastonbury, for all of those who love Glastonbury. 148. And I brought one other colour. I think that they might have a couple of other colours in there as well. And this is Grapevine. And that's got lovely, what?
I'm being...
Lovely modelling. Yes, you're a great model. Do you know what? You have to be a really well built to be a good model, don't you? You hold yourself really well.
Built there. I think built there, maybe.
You are. You're very tall. Everything hangs really well on you. So stop it. Don't need yourself down. So anyway, back onto this. So we've got lovely. What colours would you say that?
They're greens and jades, I would say.
Yeah. And these are very fuchsia pinks, corals, very popping. And then this is just
lime green,
meadow green. You can't pick up the green in that, but it is stunning. So I think, but you never know until you start knitting with this. So the patterns are in the shop, and those walls are in the shop as well. And I'll show you, I showed it yesterday, but just one that I did in this. I think this is a discontinued colour, to be honest, because I bought mine a few years ago, but that's just something, you can see how it just drapes. And I did some, I don't know, some unusual stuff. And I made it wider, so as it goes over my shoulder, I had more. So they are so lovely, and they just really, you can scrunch them up and they really don't crease. They're lovely. But I think that's a silk in them.
Okay. And then what's this?
So this, what I really loved about it, you know, everything is very fashionable, but it scoops down at the back. So this is a
Bye, Dawn.
Hello. Bye-bye. So again, for people who are wanting something for spring, that's a little bit heavier, but this is, and I love Wendy wools because I remember that from when I was tiny. So this is a cardigan. Wendy
Bye, Helen.
And what have I brought here?
Bye, Helen.
Bye. And I just brought, so these are the colours. It's a luxury cotton double knit. So those are the colours that that's in. But if you want in a slightly different colour, these are Wendy wool, and this is serged.
Lovely.
I know. They had a lovely green as well, but
Jackie, if you were here, you'd be dribbling at that purple.
Yeah, I know purple is one of the favourite colours, certainly after yesterday. So I think you can see that one. There you can see it now, cotton serdar. So just to let you know, This one is shade 5. This one is shade 512. The purple. This is shade 1961, and this one is shade 1975, I believe. But yeah, pop in. The cottons, the silky cottons are in again this year, so there's lots and lots of choice. Honestly, the number of colours, and I just really like that because it's something that isn't fitted. It will be very floaty, and the drape of the cotton, I find that I want cotton that drapes rather than sits taut, and these have got that lovely silkiness in them. So those are just a couple of options for you, but the green was beautiful. I just couldn't carry any more. Popped into the shop and just said, you know, we're having these every day or every other day. We can't knit that quick, so we need stuff to inspire people by. So yeah, that's that. But I just, you know, I'm really liking this concept Polynesia. Really do love these colours. So I think I might be getting. Ooh. Now I've just changed the colours around slightly, and I've got the 63, 62 and 61. I think you would have such a subtle change in colour using these three. And sometimes you want something really subtle, and then sometimes you want something that's really going to pop. I don't know if they would work, to be honest. I think you can make them work. But just mix colours. It's what we wear. It's what tones and shades look best on us. So yeah, beautiful colours. So I just brought those as a little bit of inspiration for you. And we talk about Harry Potter. I'll just show you a little book. I actually bought these in, bought them in Bruges when I was there in Bruges. So now here's the little Harry Potter book. Of course, I bought one for Robert as well. But it's got one of those 3D things, so it looks 3D on the front. So as we were talking about Harry Potter earlier, I just thought, why not share that with you? So it's a little notebook, but anything Harry Potter, I try and find and save it up for Christmas presents or birthday presents for Robert. But I bought two of these so I could have one myself. So I've got those. Now, we had, actually, yesterday when I was I went into the spotted sheep yesterday, and I went in again the day before. Sorry. So yesterday, all three ladies were in there. The phone was going mad. Honestly, there were so many people in there. Somebody's just got, Chris has just got flowers for Mother's Day. Isn't that lovely? That's lovely? Thank you. Oh, wow. I might have missed some comments. So anyway, yesterday when I was in the shop, it was just mad. There were so many people, and do you know what, as well, somebody rang up and said, have you got the Nora wool? And they said, do you need Nora? Yes, I've got the magazine. Or they'd seen something on Pinterest and they just wanted those colours. So the internet's fabulous, but they were so busy. But I picked up stuff for that little cardigan. And as I take these things back, I've already put aside what we're going to do in the next show. Because I couldn't carry everything. I said, you need to keep things in the shop for when people come in for inspiration. But when we're not going out browsing, that's why I'm bringing them here. So we can just think, actually, I can use up that stash, or do you know what, I want to make that for summer. So we can go out today, tomorrow, and get it bought and get the wool in our hands. I think I might need to buy another ball of Nora. It's rather expensive.
I'm putting it on the birthday list.
Are you? I think, well, mine's not for quite a few months, so I think I might just have to buy myself some. But I bought actually I might bring it on tomorrow. But I bought some geshi, and it's the most amazing colours. I think it's about £35 a ball. I bought one ball, which is enough for, it's about 600 metres, so it's more than enough for a shawl. But I'm thinking, the colours are so lovely, I want to make something out of it. But I actually need 2 more balls. And I realised in the shop, they've only got 1 more ball.
Oh no.
So I might have to buy one and try and source one. But it took me a while to finish, so it doesn't really matter. I can always, because with Noro wool, there's how many different colours in every ball?
Oh.
Is it 40 or 140? I don't know, but
Dawn, do you know?
Yeah.
You're a Noro expert.
Yeah, Dawn is. Oh, Brigator's got a cuppa as well. Oh. So I don't know how many different colours are in Noro, but if you've never, I never understood about Noro. And when we used to go to knitting groups, Dawn always talked about Noro. And I didn't quite get it, because when you look at a ball of wool, you can't see how the colours are going to work. And I was really, really lucky. My uncle gifted me my late auntie's Noro stash, and that's how I knitted with Noro first. And from that first ball, I am totally hooked. The colours are just out of this world. So when I do finish my Noro blanket, that is going to be a...
I've just realised I've asked Dawn a question, but she left about 10 minutes ago.
Look, that's not the word. Yesterday, I sent somebody a message. There was supposed to be a secret message. I meant to send it to you to ask for somebody's address, and I sent it to the person. And I was actually wanting to send that person a card secretly. So never mind. That's one surprise gone. So never mind. We do this. Yeah. Never mind. Oh,
Chris, if you're on Facebook, take a picture and send them to me, and I'll show the group what they look like. If you'd like to share.
Oh yeah, we'd love to see the flowers. Yeah. Oh, it's a lovely time of year, isn't it? Where we have beautiful flowers, and we've got daffodils everywhere, which is beautiful. I don't know what it's like in other parts of the world, whether this is spring or not for them, because obviously in Australia this is their winter, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So sort of opposites.
Well, yeah, it's their autumn, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I brought another thing because I realised I hadn't shown this.
Oh, is that your Yarntelia?
Yeah. So I made this some time ago, and it's Yarntelia, and Louisa Harding. So Louisa Harding used to be attached to a main company, and she's not anymore. Her brand is now Yarntelia, and she lives up in Yorkshire, which is where I'm from. You can tell with my accent. And I think the Yarntelia that she has, the sheep, it's taken from the sheep, it's then spun and dyed, and everything is done within a 17-mile radius.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's not the cheapest, but I have to say it is beautiful. So I had this, and it was a bit scruffy, crumpled, and then I remember the lady who moved to Mevagissey, who used to do the crochet classes for us. Wendy said when she'd done this beautiful Fair Isle hat to block it by putting a dinner plate inside, spraying it with water. And I thought, I've had this for so long unblocked. How do you block a hat? So I actually blocked it. It's got a bit crumpled in my bag, and I haven't put I've got like a big flower to put on, but it is lovely. I really like it. So I've got my headband on, but I'll just bring it forward so you can see some of that. It's lovely. really beautiful. And I think I bought two balls of yarn tellier. Now, if you're happy to do it all in one colour, you only need one ball, but I bought a contrasting darker brown as well.
Yes.
See, it's about 25,
wasn't it?
It's about £25 a ball, but it is beautiful wool. It's something that will be there in 20, 30 years. So it's an investment piece for you.
Get your top camel out. I bet what you do with that would go lovely with it.
Yeah. I don't know about that. So I'm a yarn tellier convert, and the other thing I noticed, you know, when you go outside, the heat, even though it's really, really fine, you get warm, but your head doesn't sweat. It's a natural wool. So when we think about what we put on our heads in the winter, sometimes
oh.
So I'll talk about that in a minute. Sorry, that's what we had yesterday. That's the purple one. I don't think I brought it. So this was from Toft, and I got this beautiful camel.
Yeah, I think they'll go really nice together.
They're lovely together. So I can't show you this one yet because it's still on the table at home. Sorry, Toffee. Did I kick the chair? Sorry, darling. Oh. So they will go lovely together. I've got picked up a beautiful pattern, and it's going to look a little bit like this one that I did. This is done in cashmere. The company, the lady actually retired, so you can't get her wool anymore, but it was red wool something. And I'll just show you that little stitch. It's a bit of an unusual stitch. Haven't blocked it yet, but it's going to look a little bit like that. That's for my mum for Christmas. So we'll do that in a minute. But the cow.
The Jenny Crow cow, yeah.
Yesterday I said I wasn't ever doing another blanket cowl, didn't I?
You did. So for those of you that weren't with us yesterday, we talked about the first cowl that we started to do, which was the Jenny Crow lily pond that neither of us have finished. And Angela said, I'm not doing another one because I haven't done that one. And 24 hours later, here we are. And guess what Angela has decided that she's tempted to do?
Yeah, I am. If anyone knows, some of my favourite cowls, and I don't really do many, are Janie Crow. And I don't think you have to necessarily be part of the release every week, but the way how she uses colours and stitches to create they're almost 3D embossed crochet. It's not just a granny square. They're stunning, and things really, really pop. So when I heard that she was doing another one, it's just like, yeah. And I actually went into the shop yesterday, and the calendar started at the end of April. However, there is a really good chance that a lot of our shops will have to close well before that.
I'm really sorry. Yes, Tracy, we're talking about cows.
Cows?
Cows, moos.
Are we?
Cows. That's what she thought we were talking about.
Is that my accent again? Oh, cows! Sorry, crochet. Right, we forget about this.
C-A-L, crochet along.
Yeah, or
K-A-L,
knit along. So they're known as cows. Do you know what we're doing that already, aren't we? We're talking in jargon. Yeah. Sorry about that, Tracy. And hello. So anyway, she's now got the fruit garden cow, and these. So it's going to start end of April, but online I'm not allowed to sell them yet. What are the dates? I can't. So yarn packs are on sale from the 30th of March. I don't know whether certain industries are still going to be able to be working on the 30th of April. So they're in brick and mortar shops from the 16th of March, and they've got some in there. And when I saw the finished product, it was only online, I was like pretty wowed by it. So it's £51 for the kit. The shop has got a few in there. And it's all based around, that's it. Around Jane's design has been inspired by the arts and crafts movement, in particular the incredible embroideries of William Morris's daughter May, and is available in two beautiful colourways. So there's a dark grey and there's a light colour as well. So it's all around the National Trust, William Morris. I didn't know any of that until I walked in and I was explained. And did I send you the pickies on your phone? So we'll show you them in a minute, but limited quantities. And if you do want one, I'd hate to think it starts and you haven't got the wool. And I am now thinking, do you know what? I think I'd buy one for another one. That'll be the third on the go. But they are stunning. And these are pieces to hand down.
So for anybody that doesn't know, that's Janie. And that is the blanket.
It's just stunning.
What's it called? Fruit Garden?
Yes. So you can have a look online. The Fruit Garden Cal, you cannot get it anywhere online yet. So the only ones that people have are in the shops now, the brick and mortar shops, as they say. So if you want one, get one. And there's a dark grey colour that I probably haven't printed for some silly reason. I don't think this will show up well, but can you see that one there, that dark shade? I don't know why I didn't send that to you. And then,
do you know what I'm thinking right now?
What?
I'm thinking, who needs QVC and those kind of marketing with all their sophisticated TV cameras and just iPhones and laptops and bits of paper?
Yeah, that is so funny. Yeah, well. But I really want to do this Cal now. All I did was walk into a shop and I want to do the Cal because I just think the darker grey one. So there's limited things, and if it isn't what you want, or if it's the other shade that you want, then they can get the. I think they can use the Stylecraft Light and help you that way to make your own one, because yeah.
I just want to say hi to Viv, who is currently doing this lovely, beautiful blanket.
Oh.
And she sent a picture of one of her other hobbies, some waxing that she has just had framed. Yes.
How do you do that?
I don't know. That's one for Viv to tell us.
Viv, please tell us.
I framed my acoustic wax art picture.
Is that from one of the? Was there a session somewhere locally? Was that? I don't know if it was Olivia's or the Cod and Waffle or something. They were doing evening. I know I've seen that somewhere advertised. So I don't know if it was at a local class, but that is beautiful. So please send more examples of what you've done. Encaustic wax art. Oh, never even heard of it. I'm sure I've seen it, but I didn't know what it was. That's lovely. Oh, a guy in Willstone. Just to let you know, somebody I used to work with years and years ago, she started doing drawing art, and I was really amazed at some of her pictures. And the person that normally does the classes, the art classes in Horsham, which is south of London, he's doing that online now. So they all get themselves a drink, get their easel out, and do drawing online. So there's lots of things happening online now as well. So if anyone wants to draw, just look around locally. I'm sure most people are spinning it and just doing it online. If not, I know somebody in Horsham who can boom into your living room. On wax candles, I just wanted to say, it's because my friend's got a candle company. And I just want, it really made me smile this morning when I saw her post. Let me have a quick look through. I'll need to find that. But she does candles, and everything is produced in the UK. It's all natural. All of the fragrances are natural. I didn't realise, but a lot of the fragrances are actually plastic that burns. So hers are all natural, and I'm getting some more of it next week. There is nothing left in it, but this is that's the candle. So they're gorgeous, and that one that I get is lemongrass and ginger. So have you got one of them?
No.
That's because I was going to buy you the cherry one for Christmas, but I ended up going to Bruges and buying you something in Bruges. So I'll get some of those. But and the reason why I said it, because she's done a lovely one this morning, a lovely post. It was like happiness and inspiration. So it's hot tin candle, but if you're wanting candles, and I know that she produces from home, so even when you can't go out, if there's post, you might get it. So yeah, but hot tin candles, I try and get everything as natural as possible, just because sometimes it makes my chest a bit iffy. We said about the cow. What else are we going to talk about? This.
Yes.
So I know that Dawn's gone, so we'll send her a message afterwards, but it was Chopin, Passion for Yarn, Cat Print Admiral. I think this is why we're talking about translating from German. I don't know if you can see that.
That was the yarn we were talking about. It was called Busy Lizzie.
That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So I'll send that to Dawn, but had some lovely greys and cerise and lilacs, but yeah, quite different colours. But they always come out differently, don't they, when you start knitting with them? So a few things there. So what else did we do? So, yeah, I think I've gone through most of them. Oh, and don't forget your local libraries. If Colette's still on, Colette manages our local library, and who else works in there? Evelyn. Is there anybody else from the group? Lizzie used to work there, didn't she? Becky used to work there. So in our local library, we have lots and lots of lovely books, and this one is Modern Top-Down Knitting. And I think sometimes we always think you have to go to sorry, a comment's just come up. Tracy's just said that the Spotted Sheep just posted about the blanket house. Maybe I won't get one. Maybe all of them will be gone by the time I get in there today. Never mind. I don't need it. I really don't need it.
I'm just going to go and say good morning to Karen.
So we've got this modern top-down knitting that I was doing, but I can show you this. I just saw that. I thought it was amazing. So a layered ruffle sweater. I thought that would be really nice for summer. You can put a cardigan over the top, do a simple cardigan. I'm not too sure what it says. It says merino wool. across a Zara, but I think I might get something in. No, I was something more like that. I know that's double knit, but I want something more cotton or linen that's going to fall really nicely. Because I think merino would be a little bit warm in the summer. I'm not too sure. But anyway, I thought I'm definitely going to do that layered ruffle sweater. And we do talk about our local yarn shops. I think you've probably got them all around you. And there's one near us called Freya's that I have to confess. I confessed this yesterday. I've never been there. I know Robert's been there. Quite a few of everybody online has been there, but I haven't, and they just do the most stunning colours. So they hand dye all by colour. Look at Freya's yarn shop. I'll have to. What's Freya's yarn shop? And is Gary okay?
Gary's fine.
That's fine.
Hi, Kath. The bag was the excitable frogs chocolate she gave us in January. Oh, do you mean the Edgars? They're very nice, yes. So Freya's yarn shop is I've lost the chat box. There we go. There we go.
Oh, Freya Jones, yeah. Because I said I'm going to do that.
Oh, that's lovely.
And I got it out of the library, so I popped into the library, picked up 3 books. Evelyn took me to where Alan Bennett's books were the other day, but this was one of them I just saw. And Colette always was a really good display of knitting, crochet books, because she's, while she manages the library, she's also set up a pop-up group in the library once a month for us. So I thought that would be brilliant, and using Freya's yarns, so I can go in and get a particular colour. But I love that green, absolutely love that green. It's one of my favourite colours. Do you know what I don't know word. For anyone, there is a dress that is gorgeous for anybody who is splay, but that would look lovely. So I might have to take this out again. Oh, so there's lots in here. And I always think that if you get a book out of the library, we're helping to support our local libraries, because even, do you know what, they track you every time you walk in and out. They see what footfall's like, and a lot of people use the library to read the magazines, so they don't take books out. But it's a really good way of keeping our local libraries open as well. So I do try to walk in whenever I can.
So here is another picture of the fruit blanket. That's one of the official photographs taken in a National Trust house. She did the photo shoot a couple of weeks ago.
Isn't it stunning?
Yeah. And then the spotted sheep have just posted some pictures to show that they are fully stocked and ready to take your online orders.
Are they the fat quarters as well?
Yes.
They've just started doing fat quarters.
So they now don't just do knitting.
And they also they've got something which is like a box, and it's everything that you need to knit up a soft toy.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it all comes in it's like a kit, and they're like tall, thin animal type things. They're really, really cute.
Can we just say goodbye to Jackie, who's gone to actually do some work rather than listening to us chat away?
Jackie.
See you again soon, Jackie.
We're on 11:30. We said we were going to do an hour and then just knit.
Oh, well, let's just keep going.
We chat for England anyway.
We do.
Yeah, can't ever shut us up.
Has anybody got any advice that they would like about their current projects or life in general? Give us a topic. I'm sure we'll find something to talk about.
I just found a skirt in here.
Oh, wow. That's a lovely
Is
design.
that is a knitted skirt. That is gorgeous. I may now buy this book just because it's so lovely. By Christina McGowan. Oh, and it's inspired by the techniques of Barbara G. Walker. So I will hunt more out. Oh, I do love libraries. Absolutely love them. Right, I'm going to have a sip of my tea.
I've never seen that cat sleep so much when there's people here.
Topher, do you know how many people are watching you at the moment? You're even being watched in the Philippines. Say hello. Oh.
Nope.
No.
Leave me alone, Daddy.
Yeah, leave me alone.
Okay. Right. Back to the tea.
Yeah. But I really, really hope that I can get this finished by the weekend. Oh, we're on Friday already, aren't we? Well, by the end of the weekend, that I can finish this. Oh, Tuffy's going to see Daddy.
No, I think he's going to have some food.
Oh, right, okay. And then I can finish off my Noro blanket.
Hello. Hello, beautiful.
Aww. Yeah, must be about time for something to eat, don't you think? No? Oh.
Is it time to go and annoy your brother?
So,
bye, Ruth.
bye bye, Ruth. Lovely to see you. Haven't seen you in so long. Lovely to be in touch again. Oh, so I've you said about your next project yesterday. You haven't decided. Have you decided at all yet? No.
No. I can't decide whether to do the Toft scarf or the Toft shawl.
Well, I've just purchased some top stuff as well. Hello, gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know whether to start that scarf yet. I'm quite impressed that I've finished. I think I'm on my 5th project that I've finished so far this year.
Wow.
They're only little projects, but finished my mittens out of local Edelsborough wool. I finished that. I finished my mum's scarf. What else did I do? 1, 2, 3. I did a couple of other things. I can't remember, but I've done 5 little things. So when I've done, no, I think this is my 5th. When I finish this, when
I might also. I pulled one of my many boxes of stash out this morning.
Oh.
And found some nice variegated wool, so I might try and do a Robert.
Oh.
There was a Toft pattern called Robert the Frog. I've been waiting for. If those of you who know Toft quite well, every time she releases something, everything has a name. And I've been waiting for a Robert for absolutely ages, and she finally got around to releasing one at the beginning of the year. It's called Robert the Frog. So
It's cute.
it was cute, yes.
It's cute.
And it looks lovely when you do it in variegated wool, so I might try that at some point.
That'd be nice.
Except mine will have to be called Kermit.
Yeah.
Did you know Kermit the Frog has the same birthday as me?
No?
Yeah.
I didn't.
He's a lot older than me, but he has the same birthday as me.
Oh, wow. That's good to know. I got something wrong yesterday. You know, I was talking about alcohol and boiling point.
Yeah.
I looked it up. And I thought, from my days of science, which is why I've never gone into science, that boiling point for alcohol was 98, which is why if you start a liquid boiling, the alcohol comes off first, and then you can send it down a little tube, and then you have pure alcohol. It's actually 78 point something that it boils at. So just to let you know, I got that wrong, but I was right that it was a lower boiling point than water or normal liquid. So yeah, but then when I was looking at the recipes, it said, so after you've boiled it, is the alcohol gone? They said, no, it's not quite that simple. It takes a few hours to sometimes boil it all out because it doesn't all boil at the same temperature. So, but we're actually talking about hand sanitizers yesterday, weren't we? In my little home hand sanitizer, which is either gin, which I won't waste, or my little natural one. So, I don't know whether to. I think I'm finishing the Noro blanket next. Because I've only got to crochet it together. It's just I need a light. And I never have a day where I start the day off with nothing to do. So I can just crochet. I've got 78 triangles to just crochet together. So I just need some time to do that. Where is this?
So maybe what we could do one day is try and set up the room with the table out, put the laptop on the table, then you could do it while you're online.
Oh, that'd be quite good. Yeah. I want to get this blanket finished, and it's really weird. Noro has different colours going through it, and one of the patterns, you'll see it on one of our events. I had 78 triangles, but they're not perfect triangles, they're very rounded edge triangles, so it's an unusual design. And I didn't want anything rigid and formal, I wanted something more flowing, and trying to see how I should space the set, or how I should arrange the different 78 colours. I thought have a bit of pop of colour all over, and that didn't work. So in the end, I think I'd commandeered 2 or 3 tables, put them together, and then I positioned it so we had the bluer colours at the top for the sky. Then I put a little bit of pop of colour that was supposed to be the sun. Then it moved through to was it purples and then greens of the earth. So I tried to quite modern art style, I suppose. But yeah, it took hours just to position them all so that they worked. Because again, I hadn't followed the pattern, because I never follow a pattern to the T. They'd said to use 4 different colours for every triangle. I thought, well, why? Noro colours are so lovely. And so it became really irregular, mine. And I really like that. So I will get it finished.
Evelyn's just had a really good idea. Maybe when we escape this madness, we should have an exhibition of all our projects. That sounds like a lovely idea, Evelyn.
Yeah.
And I think maybe one of the first library or guild events back, that's when we should have it.
Yeah, and what I would suggest is we're somewhere where we've got really good broadband as well, so people who can't get there in other countries, we can do a little bit of work behind the scenes and either print their work off or project their work as well. Yeah. So we could do it as a little exhibition, couldn't we? Yeah. What we did during lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Keep them coming. Really good, Evelyn. I love that thought. And that won't take much to arrange, will it?
No.
No. So somewhere with really, really lovely light. Mind you, there's the upstairs in the theatre, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's good. And there's a lift so people can in Leighton Buzzard, we've got we do talk about the library because there's a lot goes on there. They have lots of different groups in there, but above it there's a theatre. So and there are some events up there, aren't there? So maybe we can look at that. There's always some quite big church halls as well, aren't there? Which are very, very good prices to hire. We haven't missed anyone's comments, have we? No. And there will be lots of people who aren't commenting but are still there watching. So we haven't forgotten you. But if you don't want to put your comments up, it's fine. You know, you don't have to be known. You can just sit there and watch and be part of this anyway. Where's Toby gone?
Probably up to Gary.
Oh, right, okay. Ah. I haven't had any of my biscuits. So I think I need to bake when I get home. I'm down to one slice of cherry and almond cake. So I need to bake anything or something. I don't know whether to do chocolate this time. I can't believe it's Friday. I keep thinking it's Saturday today. It feels quite surreal.
So, ladies, what are you going to get your husbands doing this weekend if they can't watch the football?
Safia, lovely to have your company as well while you're working from home. Yeah,
that's nice.
It is so lovely. Yeah, that's what we do normally, isn't it? Just knit.
Love be at work with grumpy customers.
Yeah, you would normally. For anyone who doesn't know, Robert's on 2 weeks holiday and travel has been cancelled. So
I'm going to do this every day instead.
Oh, Brigitte, yeah. Her husband's not a sports person, a sports fan. Yeah. I think it's going to be really quite nice, actually. Without sport. I totally get, you know, if suddenly I was not allowed to knit, what would I do? Like, if you're a sports fan, then it's a real concern. But hopefully people might find some other little projects to do.
I've got to tell you.
What?
There was this thing yesterday in the news with men with beards going to have to shave them off to stop the spread. Gary has a beard and I hate it.
My husband has a beard as well. Oh.
It's because they trap
I know.
and hold the water a lot longer than anything else.
Oh. Oh dear. Yeah. But do you know what? At least it's happening now. Because when you have a beard, not that I have one, but...
Bye, Tracy.
Bye, Tracy.
Oh, Brigitte, I bet that dress is going to be lovely. For those of you that don't know, Brigitte's husband is an excellent sewer and makes her lots of clothes. And she really, really, really enjoys them. So, Brigitte, we must see photos of it.
Yeah. And he also made grandchildren pajamas as well.
Yeah.
That they all love. Hiya. He's really, really good. And I don't know, Brigitte, how many sewing machines has your husband got? I think he's got a few. And wasn't it at Sheringham that Brigitte went and bought one or two that were in the area, because he repairs them and restores them, old ones, and yeah, he does amazing stuff. Told my hubby today that I would be on a very important conference call and can't be interrupted. Work from home now, so you're saying bye.
Bye, Evelyn.
Oh dear.
Hi, Sally.
Hello, Sally. Oh. I think this is like both Brigitte and Rod. Like Rod makes the prototype first, make sure it fits perfectly, falls perfectly, and adapts it, and then perfects it. Like just so much attention to detail. If you want any help at all, just ask, because there's some people who, if you need somebody who can really adapt something, be really creative, change a pattern, there's people in the group like that. I never follow a pattern. I always adapt it, change it, switch the shapes. And then you've got people who will make stuff absolutely perfect. And Brigitte and certainly Rod are like that. Oh, don't worry, Sally. It's a drop in. You just come in and do a couple of stitches, rows, whatever you fancy. I just need to remember to keep increasing every 6 rows. So I increase every 4-ish, because I know I've missed some. That's how I knit.
Okay, who would like to take odds that at some point I'm just going to end up frogging that whole sleeve?
It's been frogged once. Oh dear. Yeah, I frogged the front because I hadn't decreased at the right point. And then I realised that I hadn't increased on the sleeve. So it's fine. It's fine. If there's anybody who doesn't read instructions, it's me. If there's anybody who reads instructions to the T 2, 3, 4 times, that's my husband. So we're total opposites. So we work perfectly well. We've just got our different strengths, and I'm sure in this group we're exactly the same. Oh yeah, Brigitte, what colour's your dress going to be? Sally's asking. And we do have to see. What was the Brigitte's got a really lovely summer dress, hasn't she? Is it a navy colour or was it brown? But she had this dress on, and you know how sometimes with the dress it fits in certain places, and then in others it's sort of an inch room or ease in it. And when I looked at this dress that Brigitte had on, it perfectly had about ½ an inch all around her silhouette, and I just thought that has been handmade, like really, really lovely, and you can spot a mile off. Really, really nice. You all right, per baby? You sure? Oh, if you need a... Oh. Oh, Toffee. Toffee hasn't stopped purring all day, though.
No.
Have you? No. Well, I need to get a bag of coal today, I think. Because I'm not doing any panic buying of any description, but I did think just having an extra bag. Because we don't actually have much. I used to just get about 10 bags delivered at a time. But now I don't, because we haven't got the room at the moment, just because of plaster and all sorts like that. So I normally get 2 bags at a time. So I think I'll just get 1 bag so I'm not panic buying on the way home from here.
Yes, you're right. Sally Tofi is enjoying the extra company. Although he's been asleep most of the morning.
Yeah. Tofi. Yeah, he can't hear, can he?
Yes, you're right, Sally. They almost do.
They are lovely, very funky. I had a really bad start to the day socks wise because I refuse to wear matching socks. I always have 2 odd socks on. So I picked one from the radiator upstairs, so it had been drying there, and I picked one off the ironing pile downstairs and put them on, and I was so alarmed that I had 2 pink socks and they match. So I've got one of those days today where I have matching socks on and I don't like it because I just refuse to have matching socks. Sometimes I just end up having them on, but yeah, I don't like matching socks. Just on me. Right, I need to count up after this row. So I'll leave you to chat, Robert. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
So, folks, I need some advice. I've got probably 5 rows left on this ball, maybe 6 for this shawl. But I do have a second cake, which I'm going to use. But do I go through the same colourway again? Or do I do the reverse? I think I want to do the reverse. Sally's saying the reverse.
See, this is where we could have done a poll.
Yes. Oh, well, maybe that's the thing for tomorrow because I won't get it finished today.
So we will put that question up early.
Yeah.
And we will practice the poll.
Yeah.
Where all you have to do is click a button.
Biff thinks the reverse. Everyone else has gone to sleep. It's so relaxing. Not quite sure what you mean, Sally.
I think quite a few people have left, so we said we'd pack as much in to the first hour as we can. But then I realised it was 11:30.
Pat's saying the reverse. No.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Us talking is so relaxing.
Oh! Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's the reverse. When will you finish that cake then?
I'm not sure because we did say we were going to go out every day. Possibly today. There's not a lot left on it.
All right. So
But
possibly.
then these last little bits, because they're wound so tight, because they're the beginning, they do go longer than you think.
Yeah, they do. So it might be long enough to wait until tomorrow.
Always looking out window.
Oh.
Tofi is not bothered by anything, Sally, so he would probably just take one look at him and go, and. See, you heard that, or did you feel that? We're dribbling now.
Oh, we're dribbling. Cat dribbles. It's really, 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 really happy.
I think he might need food. Excuse me 1 minute, folks. And we'll find out. Is that a, I want food, Daddy, or is that a... Come in.
No. Tofu, I think Tofu was just looking at himself on the telly, because the telly's over there. So that was quite funny. When Tofu was looking a minute ago. Normally Tofu is trying to get in the kitchen all the time for food, and not too sure. Might be preferring being on camera to food. I can't believe that, but who knows?
Bye, Brigitte.
Yeah. Bye. See you soon. Have any more whips come through or anything like that?
Just having a quick look. Oh, mess at the moment.
No. Whoops. Oh, it's starting to get a little bit windy out there. Good to see you both, Dave. Enjoy doing your work. Lovely to see you. So we're on 12 o'clock now. So that's the normal witching hour, isn't it? When, if we were at our events, we'd sort of say, bye, and who's staying for lunch? That's what normally happens. And
yeah.
Lots of us stay for lunch, and then lots of us go. So as it's 12 o'clock, is that our time to go?
Well, I think as Sally's going, and that's just going to leave me, you and Pat. That might be an idea.
Pat, well, lovely to see you here today. So we will let you know when the next one is. And absolutely lovely to see everybody.
Bye.
Bye.